Good morning, this is Lucinda from Showbiz Software. Thank you very much for joining us for the end users webinar. And if you can hear me, just make sure that everyone can hear me. If someone can just use the chat box just to make sure that they can confirm that they can hear me okay, because we've had, in the past, we've had a few issues with people not hearing. Morning, thank you very much. I appreciate your giving a message to let me know that it's all working. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so the webinar is end users today. So just a bit of housekeeping. Just if you could turn off any microphones, phones, anything like that, that'll be perfect, so we don't get any feedback from that. If you've got any questions, use the chat box at the bottom of the screen just to type in your questions during the webinar, and then I can answer them either going along or at the end. And then, as always, the system or the webinar is being recorded, so we can then re-watch it if you want, or if you miss them, you can see that on there as well, and I'll send you the link for those. So, as I mentioned, this is the sixth of our webinars. We've got next week's dashboard and reporting, so we might do a couple of extra ones if we need them, maybe for the trade stands and that sort of stuff. We can happily run those if they're of interest. So the webinar is regarding the end users. It's a big fundamental shift from the current Showbiz 4 system for the Showbiz 5 system, changing from the show users more to the end users, because a lot of the users now will be end users, like your customers, your trade stand holders. So we're focusing a lot more on the experience that they have, to make sure that it's a good experience and they're happy to use it, and then prevent or help reduce your workload by them doing a lot of the work for you, putting their entries, trade stand sponsorships all online so they can process it, a lot of the work for you. Showbiz 5 web only, so it's bigger, better and bolder, so you get a lot more information and there's a lot more details about all your trade stand sponsors, results, schedule and everything on the portals, of the different portals for the areas. So you can reach a lot more people. There's a lot more information out there about your show. End users, like people who just follow the show, like on Twitter, Facebook, that's all included in the software. Buy e-tickets, that sort of thing. That's what we're developing at the minute. So it's a lot bolder because you can build it with your brand. So whatever your brand is, you can then put that online, and your colours, your brand, your images, everything is up there so people can see it. So it's constantly reinforcing your brand, which is always good. So there are 6 different types of Showbiz user. You've got your staff, so that's yourselves, your show users, people who manage the shows, full-time, part-time volunteers. We sort of like all the different size shows have different staffing. So we've got all of that. We've got the officials, so people come up and help on the day of the show. You've got your judges, all that sort of stuff, so the system will help the judges. So when you invite them, they've got their roles widget on their dashboard, so they can go in and accept their role if you've invited them as a judge or a steward. So that's a lot easier, so it's all, there's no paper getting lost in the post. You've got your customers, people who buy your products from one or more shows, depending if you have more than one show a year. And typically business, you've got a lot of cross-selling potential. That's all part of a My Showbiz. They have their own portal that they can see a lot of their information in. You've got guests, people who just literally come along, quickly buy a ticket, off they go again. And you've got the potential upselling. So on the ticket portal, you can offer also say, why don't you buy yourself a membership, try and sort of like upsell it, so you then get them membership cost rather than just a ticket price. You have your followers, which is all your Twitter, Facebook. At the minute, the developers are working on the integration between Showbiz and Twitter and Facebook, so all the social media. So what you can do, we can have a class result, put in the results, so judges can use their My Show Day widget on their phone, put in the results, take a picture of the horse or whatever the animal winner is, upload it onto the system, and that can then post to your Facebook and Twitter as well. So it saves you a lot of hassle and time. The system will do that for you. and then the associations, the system will help to manage all the data that's needed to go to different breeds, all your breed societies, all that sort of stuff. Horse of the year, you need to send off the data to them. So the system will let you do that. You can export it and send it all the information off that you need to. So we're now saying sort of like the features and benefits of My Showbiz, which is the customers, your trade stand holders, all of that. It's a modern self-service online shopping experience to reduce barriers to them buying. You can also do cross-selling. So if they've got buy a trade stand, you can then offer them maybe a ticket or membership, that sort of thing. They will see customers submit progress applications online, so you don't have them coming into your show office or sending you paper entries. You can do that if you want to. If you have people who don't have access to computer and that sort of thing, you can still purchase on their behalf. So the system is very flexible. You can do it exactly as you need it to. Encourages users to maintain their own contact details. Make sure the data is completely up to date. I'll show you when we go into one of the customer logins. They can go in, update their information very quickly and easily. That then automatically updates your system. There's an audit trail saying when and who updated their date, like address and that sort of stuff, so you know what's going on and who's changed what. Also reduces any mistakes by selling or sending out information to their old addresses when they've moved, so it's all good like that. Promote your show products online, so when you go to the basket you've got the different areas and the different modules available, so they can then see, oh, there's a memberships in there, maybe I'll buy a membership. You can also work closely with your officials. Like I mentioned earlier, you can invite a judge or steward through the schedule. That then updates their My Roles widget on their dashboard. So, and then you can send them an email saying, we've invited you to the show, and then they can go in and then they can accept or decline whatever they need to. So pieces of paper don't get lost in the post. You don't have to worry about doing lots of admin work. It all does that for you. We're delivering it on the mobile phone, so people can literally go online and buy tickets and that sort of stuff online, so it's really quick and easy for them on their phones. So we'll go through a few of the user profiles that I'm going to show you today. We've got Ellis Ruskin-Walter. She's a show customer. She's a very keen show jumper, and then she's entered different shows, so we can show you her process. Guy Atherton is also a customer. He's a member and he also runs a local brewery, so he sponsors a show, so we can show you the sponsorship process. Got Ruby Wax. She's a customer. She's also a trade stand holder, so we can quickly go through her trade stand application. We can show you what it also looks like in the portal. You've got Amy Lanchester. She's a guest. She basically just wants to go in quickly, buy a ticket, so we can show you the process that you can do that when, if it's integrated with your site, we can show you that as well. You've got Albert Johnson. He's a show official, so we can show you the adding it to the schedule. He then gets invited in his portal, and then he can also review his judging history, and also he can upload the results, so we can quickly show you on his show day widget, so we can show you that process as well. So let's go and have a look. So if we change the screen and go to the other monitor, so what you can see is this is when someone's going to log into the system. We can do this from the Moreshire site because it's been updated recently. So this is a Moreshire site. We can go to the login screen on the right hand side. So this will bring you to the same screen. So if we just flip back to this other screen. So we're going to log in as Ellis. So she's the entrant. So when you log in, everyone automatically gets taken to their dashboard. So as you can see, we've got the dashboard for Ellis. At the top right hand corner, we've got her picture, so she's uploaded. And then, as I mentioned earlier, people can upload their details, update their details. So you can change the name, you can change the password, contact details, and also addresses. You can quickly and easily upload pictures as well. So this is very quick and easy to use, and they can also add additional addresses and that sort of thing. So if they want to add like an invoice address as well as a postal address, they can. So if we just close that. So with the widgets, you've got all the different ones. You've got baskets. So at the minute, Ellis doesn't have anything in a basket. She's got the entrance. So these are the entries she's got. So she can click and look at those if she wants to. You can look at your account screen and invoices, so she can quickly have a look and see what her accounts are. She can quickly get an invoice. If she's lost her invoice, she can quickly download that as well. She's also got the My Messages, so if she's got any messages going between yourselves and the customers, they'll see that there. And My Profile, which is just the name and address and that the information we've got in the system for her. All of these widgets can be moved. So people can have their dashboard exactly as they need it. If they don't want to see the basket at the top, they can move that down. So it's very interactive. They can put all the information where they want to have it. It's entirely up to them. The system will then save it. So the next time they go in, it saves it as they've changed it. So that's very quick and simple. The system's trying to make it easy to use. So if we want to go to the basket, so at the minute, Ellis doesn't have anything in a basket. So what we can do continue shopping, so we can then go to the shop. So what we want to do, we want to process an entry for Ellis. So what we'll then, as you can see, you've got the different icons and the different widgets for the different modules. This is where the cross-selling comes in, so you can then, so they can have a look and think, oh, hello, got the other things. Maybe I'd buy a membership or sponsorship ticket and that sort of thing, so they can see everything that's available. So what we want to do, we want to go to the light horses. So you've got very quick and simple. This is your schedule. You can upload exactly the classes, header sections that you want to. You don't have to have everything online at the same time. So if you have, say, your heavy horses are the first ones you put online, you can just show those. The system's very adaptable to exactly what you need. So we've got all this, get the different text. So we'll have the horse of the year, and then we want to process the working hunter pony. So if we add that to the basket, at the top you see a message saying that that's been added to the basket and there's now something in the basket. So what we can do, we can go and have a look. The system's showing that it's waiting for a user. So Ellis needs to put some information in here before she can then process the entry and the payment. The system's already telling her that there's something in a basket that isn't complete and is waiting approval, so it just gives her a bit of an idea as to what's going on. So we can go to edit. So we can then go through and process the order. So this one, as you can see, it's a horse of the year one. So we can create, if Ellis has already got a class, the entrant details there, so we can then quickly pick up this information, and the system has already updated it straight away. So if they've got different ponies, different horses, they can select which one they want, and then the system will automatically update it for you. You can go to the exhibitor tab. All of the red marks, all the lines mean that there's information required, and you can't check it out until it's all processed. So you can have a look. So because we had the other order or the other entrant, you can see that it's already been automatically filled out. You can change whether you need it to be the owner details is the same as the exhibitor, or it needs to be different. If it's a different one, you tick it and then you get all the required fields. If not, it just hides it away so it doesn't get too long a screen. Exactly the same as the hoist rider, driver, handler. That is exactly the same if you want to select an alternate wheel and then put the date of birth in. You can see on the right hand side, all of the mandatory fields are filled out. So if you press check entry, that's all happy. So you can then save it. And I go back to the basket, and then the status will have changed, so it's now changed to ready. So we now know we can process that through for Ellis. So we can go through to the checkout. confirm which items you want, so we can just, that's ticked. We can then, right hand side, you can see all the different stages that you're going through. If you want to change the address, like the billing address, you can quickly and easily. You can then go through to the payment details. Because we're going through as a customer, you can set up exactly what payment methods you want to show. So at the minute it's just online, so it's your payment gateway. But if you are a show user, you see all of the different payment options. So at the minute, where as a customer, we just proceed through to the online payment, confirm it, and then it takes them to the payment gateway. Our one is just a simulator one, like a test one, so we can just press submit. But normally it'll be all the details. It'll then go back and check the credit card details match the billing address. So order now number 63 is now completed. We go back to the home page. We can then see on the accounts you've got item 63. It's closed because you've got the receipt, or the money's been received. There's no items in the basket, and then you can also see down the bottom right hand corner in the entries, this has now got the additional entry we just made. So if she wants to, she can then click on it, have a look at the information within the system. So it's very quick and easy for her to have a look and find all the information. So that's if we're going through as Ellis. So we can then log out and go back in as Guy, who is our sponsor. So I can log out as Ellis. And then we can log in as Guy Atherton. So now logged in as Guy. And you can see on the top right hand corner, he hasn't got a picture. So what we can do, we can update details, and then we can go and upload a picture. So we can find Guy. So now you can see how quick and easy it is to update the details. Just put the picture in and then press save. So now Guy's got his picture on there. So it's quite nice to see what people look like. Exactly the same again, got all the different widgets, got the accounts, got messages. So you can have a look, and then you've got trade stand applications, and this should have its sponsorship, but the sponsorship seems to have fallen off the page. So what we can do, we can go into our show user. We can go and have a look at the users, and we can check whether he's got his sponsorship widget available. So there we go, and have a look. So this is where you can manage all of your end users. So we've got Guy Atherton. It should have his sponsorships applications. Go back. So just quickly, I'll just do this in another tab, it might help. I will have to come back to that one because I've just lost the sponsorships. Anyway, so it would be exactly the same. You'd have the, move these down, whether it's tucked away at the bottom somewhere. So he would have his sponsorship widget there available, but what I can do, I can quickly just show you on the other side. On the show side, I can show you what it would look like. So we can go to the sponsorship and manage. So this is one of the ones that we would look at. The sponsorship application is very similar to the trade stand application. Got the information, the details that they have to fill in, any documentation you want them to upload, details of the online directory, any images, notes, terms and conditions. So this is what Guy would see as well. It's like it'd be on his portal and then process it through. So you can have a look, and that's what he would see, but because we're looking at the show account, you can see all the different widgets down the side which he wouldn't see. So we've also got the trade stand holder of Ruby Wax, so you can go and log in as Ruby. So if we log out as Guy, and you should be able to see her trade stand application on her portal. So we've got because we're now logged in as Ruby, you can see that she's got different trade stand applications. So we can have a look at this one. We can scroll through. So this is the application that she's made for her trade stand. It shows that it's been accepted. So this is information that she's submitted with all the details, her contact details, stand details, documentation, so got the public liability insurance, anything you need. So if it's risk assessments, that's the stuff they have to upload it, they can upload it there. Online directory details, any images she wants to upload, breakdown, any vehicles, also any attributes. You've got your notes. So basically, when they first submitted their application, didn't have any images, and then gone back to the show's gone back to them saying, can we have some more images? So there's that, and then terms and conditions. So that's what they would see, process it through. So you've got the different application widget. You've got the tickets, so Ruby's also bought tickets. You can also see their accounts and messages, and then my profile, and then the baskets and that sort of stuff's all there. So it's quick and easy for people to process it. If they want to go through to the shop, they've got the shop widget or the shop option, so they can then go through and process it through and put the information in, and then buy anything else they want to. So with these different online, we've got with the main Moreshy site. So this is when you can, it's all integrated in with your show site. So we can have a look at this. So we go back to the home page, we can show you. So this is as if it's your main show site. So you can have a look at the different information in there. And then you can go to the trade stands and have a look. So you've got Ruby Wax jackets, you've got Cakes by Rose, and you've also got like Sally's Savouries as well. So the images are put online so they can see it. You can also search, so if people want to search, and if you want to go and see Ruby, they can search, and then it gets Ruby Wax trade stand, so it then brings back that information. So the portal's very responsive, it's quick and easy to use, a lot of information there ready for people. Same with the sponsorships, so we have all the sponsors online, so you can see the different sponsors, you can see the company, what they're sponsoring. So you've got Bella Feed sponsoring the President's Ring, information about the homemade animal food, pictures, and then a lovely bulldog with his yummy food. So they can put the pictures up, and it's a lot better to have a lot of pictures on there so they can see it, and it's like really nice to the eye. You can see exactly what's there, and like it's good for your show, and it's also good for your sponsors and your trade stands because they get a lot of information up there included in the price. If you want to, you could always charge them extra to have the online, to put their data online if you want to. So that could be an extra element, or you could just say, because you've got your sponsor, this is going to be online. So it's up to you how you do that, but it's a lot of information there ready for them and people to see before they go to the show, and they can see right, these trade stands are going to be at the show, and then they plan a day, right, I want to go and see this trade stand, and that sort of thing. So it's quite good to be able to do that. So if we have, go and have a look at Albert. So what we're going to do, because he's our show judge, so what I want to do is we can quickly log out as Ruby, and we can log back in as Albert. So this is Albert's homepage, or his dashboard. As you can see, he's got a My Roles widget. So only specific people will have this. So like your judges and your stewards, you have the option within the setup to select who has which role or which widget. So we've set up Albert's account, and he's been assigned these different widgets available for him to use. So we can see the different ones he's accepted. So he's got a couple, a class and a section there, and he's also got a shy section. So you can see that there's those there. He's got his tickets, and he's also got the My Show Day widget. So this shows him which classes he's got to judge, and I can go back to that in a minute. He's got sponsorships, he's got trade stands. So he's got quite a lot of information on his homepage, so people can minimise and maximise them all where they need. So what we could do, we can go back to the schedule. So we go to the schedule. So if we go to the light horses, course of the year, and then we want to go to this class, what we're going to do on here, we've got the roles. So I want to go and invite Albert to be the judge of this role, of this class. So we'll then find Albert Johnson, we'll press save. So at the minute it's coming up with the judge, Albert Johnson, and it's proposed. So if we save that, we can then go to his widget and we refresh it, and we should be able to see perfect. So straight away, he's got on his roles, he's now got the class Working Hunters, Hunter Pony, 141 to 150 centimetres. He can then click it, and then he can change the status, so whether he wants to be accept it or decline it. So we're going to be good. He's going to accept it and press save. So that now says the role has been accepted by Albert. We can go back to the show side of it. If we refresh this screen, we can then go back into this class, and we should straight away it comes up, and you can now know that Albert's accepted that role. So real quick and easy way to invite your judges and your stewards. Really simple. They can quickly go in and accept it or decline it. It's entirely up to you if you use this, but it's a quick way to do this. Of course, some of your judges won't want to do it online, so you can still do it manually. You can just do it for them. It's entirely up to you, but you've got that option that if you want to have it online and they can accept it, you can. So it saves a bit of hassle and things getting lost in the post. So what we can do now, we can go back to Albert's show widgets. So because he's got that class, when we then search on his show day, My Show Days widget, so because he's got certain classes assigned to him, straight away the system knows that in his My Show Days widget, so he's got these ready to use. You've also got the option for someone who works as a show user. They can have this on their login. They can have the My Show Day, and then they can search on any class that they want to, and then they can put the results or record the results and everything. It's entirely up to you, but at the minute I'll show you. So if Albert is out in the field doing his judging, you can select, so this class, we've got these entrants for the class. So what we can do, we're going to award Ellis first prize. Automatically the points get uploaded. You can select whether the person's absent on the day or anything like that. We can do second class, we can do third class, third prize. So all of that's really quick and simple. If you have any trophies, you can assign them. You can also upload pictures. So what we can do is Albert can take a picture of the winner, take a snap, upload it, and then we can put it onto the Twitter and Facebook and that sort of stuff. So we can select the horse. So this is the winner. And then we can as you can see, that there's a strike through line or image on this. This is because he doesn't have the authority to publish it, so he can upload it, he can save it, but it doesn't automatically get posted out to your results portal or social media. So someone in the office can go through, double check, make sure they're happy with the picture, and then they can publish it or remove it, whatever they need to do. So this has a safety barrier in case someone uploads an incorrect image. You can then make sure it's correct before you post it online. So it's been updated. So what we can do, we can go back in as a show user. We can go to the results. We can then go to the class we want to. And this is exactly the same as what you would have seen on the My Show Day for Albert. But what we can do, we've got the authority that we can publish it. So we can update it. So it's now been updated and complete it. So when we then go to the online portal, go back to here. So this is our show, but this information here is your portal as well. So you can also, if you don't have it integrated with your website, you can just send the customers to the portal address. That's not a problem at all. So you can go to the results. And if my technology is working correctly today, we can go to Light Horses, Horse of the Year. And yeah, it should then upload the results to the online portal. I think I might have missed a step. 2 seconds. Update it. I can make sure it's all published. We might not have published that, so if we publish everything, we can then try and see whether that's uploaded. There you go. So this, because I hadn't published that class, the class wasn't online. So you can now see that the class is online, and then the image that we've uploaded is there. We can then select it, and you can see that Ellis Ruskin's got the first prize, Marie Robinson with Trip has got second prize, and Marie Robinson with Lucky Skulls got third. So it's really quick and easy. The portal is there. And you can also see that this one is sponsored by Cupcakes for Canines. So the sponsor is also being shown at quite a lot of the places. They can then click through and have a look at the sponsor if they're interested in it. So there's a lot of cross information going across. So the trade stand's been sponsored by certain classes and that sort of thing. So you see a lot of information in the portal. So that is the judges. So what we can now do is if we go back and we quickly go back to the home page, what we can do is if we go regarding Amy Lanchester, she's just a guest and wants to buy a ticket. So we can just go to the tickets and just log out. Because I'm logged in elsewhere, it automatically logs in. So these, normally you wouldn't see this, it's just because I've got lots of different screens open, that's why it's doing it. So basically, as you can see now, on the top right hand side it's guest, so it's automatic guest. The tickets are expanded, so she wants to buy a full show ticket. We can then go to the basket and we're going to check out. And Amy doesn't want to log in, she just wants to go through as a guest checkout, so she just puts her information in. Put in an email so I can show you it does work. One I haven't already used on the system. So you've got the mandatory fields in here. So you've got one. So they can do the tickets. And this is another thing the developers are working on at the minute, is the e-tickets. So at the minute it's just like a general ticket, but we've also got the e-tickets where basically you process it through, they purchase an e-ticket, they get sent an email PDF of a ticket, they can then print it out and bring it to the show, so you don't have to send it out, it's up to them to print it out and bring it to the show. You have the terms and conditions in there, so they say make sure you keep your ticket dry, make sure you keep it safe, if you lose it it's your own fault sort of thing, and it gives you the ability to be able to pre-sale tickets, so you don't have to just wait for the day. So it's been proven that if people purchase tickets beforehand, they're more likely to go to the show if it's bad weather, whereas if the weather's not so good on the day and they haven't got tickets, they might not go. So it's quite good to be able to do some pre-selling of tickets, so it's always quite handy. So put the email and put all the information in. Do the capture, press continue, and then you go through the basket. We are looking to reduce this down as well, so it's basically just one or two clicks, not all of these, just so it's quicker for people so they don't drop out. So the process payment. So that's now complete, so you can register as a guest, go straight through, but it doesn't maintain the details afterwards. It keeps the line in the system, but it hasn't created a user account for her. So it's quick and easy. She'll get an email with a ticket in, that sort of thing, or depending if they want a postal one, you can also do the postal ones. So if we just quickly go back to the go back to the PowerPoint. So we've had a look at the proprietary social media show on digital media, no effort or cost to yourselves, so it's very quick and easy. You can push images of the show, you can put the results online directly to social media. You can also put all the online trade stands before, during and after your show. You've got the online directory for the sponsorships before, during and after your show, and then it's also got cross information. Your classes are sponsored by like Dogbits Brewery or whoever. You've got that information up there and people can see that, and you've got it around the showground as well as online. You can publish a show schedule, catalogue results online before, during and after the show to encourage people to attend and interact. So we've got some other user profiles. So we've got Doug Kent, who is a show follower. He's also a journalist, and his office, it might be the pub, you never know. So he wants to keep an eye on, do reports on the competition results. So we'll show you how to do that in a minute. You've also got Lucy Baxter. She is a follower. Her friend Ellis has been competing, so she wants to see how she's got on and then share the posts. So we can have a look from that side as well. So if we go back, sorry, it's a lot of chopping and changing just to make sure you're awake. So what we can do, we've got within the results portal. So what we can do, if we just change screens. So if we go to the results portal, here is where Doug Kent could connect to, like if he's in the pub. He can just come online, have a look, and then he can go through and find the results if there are results at that point. It's really quick and easy. He can go through and need to be published when they're ready to go online. You can look at all the different ones and you can just go through them all, have a look, and you can see these ones with the images straight away there. You already caught the eyes. So you got the information. So yeah, so the information's there. It's really quick and easy for him to find the results. He can print them if he wants to as well. So it's just, yeah, you've got the sponsored, so he can also say in his report, he can say Working Hunter Pony, sponsored by Cupcakes for Canines. So it's, again, it's information about your sponsors, your class, your show, all in one place. So we've also got Lucy Baxter, who is a friend of Ellis. So she wants to see how Ellis has got on in the competitions. So what she can do, she can just type in here into results, search it. Straight away you can see that Ellis is a prize winner in these classes and she's an entrant in these ones. So it's really quick and easy that Lucy can see, right, brilliant, I can go and have a look and I can see my friend has won first prize. She can then retweet, she can tweet that. We're looking to do the, integrate the social media. So this is what it could look like for your Facebook. So you've got your site information, you've got your different sponsors, you've got your image that you've uploaded. So it's really quick and simple to do it. And then also you've got Twitter. I think that's both Facebook, but anyway. So you've got the option to do the different ones that you can, system will just post it directly for you so you don't have to do it. And it just saves you a lot of time and effort. And then there's a lot of information go out. People following your show on Twitter can see that what's going on, the updates. You've got the option to update it in real time. We can do it out every, say, 5 minutes. It's entirely up to you how you do it. So yeah, so that's all the different users we've got. So if we then change back to the PowerPoint. So yeah, so we've got coming up, we've got dashboards and reporting next week. If you want any other ones, just let us know. We can run those easily. If you want any help, let us know. I'm also going to be arranging time to speak to everyone, like one-on-one, just so we can go through. We can do screen shares. If there's anything you're stuck on, we want to be able to help you get up and running as quickly as we can. So yeah, so it's entirely up to you. If you've got any issues, just let me know and we can get them sorted for you. Does anybody have any questions? Got any questions? We've had a question regarding social media. The guys are actually working on that at the moment. We're looking to get that finished by hopefully the end of the March, possibly start of April. We're going to be testing that and get that integrated, make sure that works. Also with the e-ticketing, we're going to look to see if people are interested in trialing that out. And then we can have a chat with those people interested, and maybe say if you've got one gate, you can literally say, right, all your e-tickets need to go to one gate, and then it might just be some help for you to sell some extra tickets. You never know, might be good to sell some tickets before this show happens, but yeah, it's entirely up to you. So yeah, so that is the end of the webinar. Perfect. We will see you next week for the dashboards and reporting, but if you've got any questions, just give us a call. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye.